Hi guys! So, remember how I told you I would tell you about my Teen Titans Go OC, Jordan? Well, here he is. And that's right, his name is also my name, Jordan Robinson. Now, if you're not a fan of Teen Titans Go, then I respect your opinion. But I myself am personally a fan of the show. But like I said, if you don't like it or aren't a fan of it, then I respect your opinion. It is A-OK. So anyway, yep, this is Jordan. You see, his powers include, well, he has magical powers, and just like Beast Boy, he can shapeshift. And just like me, he too is on the autism spectrum. But just like me, he has never let it slow him down. Also, like me, and like his friend Starfire, he rarely, if ever, uses contractions in his speech. Yep. And in my imagination, he is the cousin of Raven, but unlike her, and many of her other relatives, he does not have a drop of demon in him. He is not one bit demon. In fact, he is all human. Yep, that is Jordan, all right. He is all human. He is just enchanted. And as you can see, he wears a hat on his head because just like me, he likes to wear hats, especially those depending on the holidays. Like when it's November, he wears a pilgrim hat. When it's December, he wears his Santa hat. Like I said, he's like me in many ways. And he likes to wear a cape. But if his cape ever gets damaged, he uses his magic to fix it. And if his cape ever gets lost, or if it gets caught on something, and if his cape ever gets lost, he just uses his magic to make another one. And if his cape ever gets caught on something, he ditches it and leaves it behind, and also uses his magic to make another one. Yep. Also, unlike Raven, he doesn't use dark magic. He uses regular magic. Yep. And while I have brown eyes, he has blue eyes. Yep, he's a good fella. Want to know how Jordan got his powers? I was hoping you would. So, it all started. So, how did he get his powers? Well, to answer that, we'd have to go back a ways. It all started long ago. Jordan was about 6 or 7 years old. He was exploring in Africa with his family, and he had wandered off into the savannah, and for some reason, no wait, not for some reason, there was a reason, all the animals trusted him because he was quiet and friendly. Yep. He saw all kinds of animals: giraffes, antelope, lions, zebras, elephants, baboons, hyraxes, meerkats, warthogs, hippopotami, cheetahs, egrets, honey badgers, eagles, ostriches. Like I said, all kinds of animals. But just as he was talking with a group of animals, he heard a voice cry for help. Yep. And though he was a little scared, he followed the cries for help until he came upon a little girl trapped in a pit. So then Jordan ran, grabbed a strong vine, and threw it down to her. The girl grabbed on, and using all his strength, Jordan pulled her out of the pit. Oh, and did I forget to mention, Jordan can also fly. Yep, in fact, he can fly faster than any other creature on Earth. Anyway, back to how he got his powers. Then, once the girl was out, she thanked Jordan and gave him a little peck on the cheek. Yes, it is adorable, is it not? Anyway, then something happened that amazed Jordan. The girl's youth suddenly melted away to reveal that she was actually a very beautiful enchantress. Yup, you heard me right. The girl was really an enchantress named Elysiana, but she preferred to be called Lizzie. So anyway, Jordan asked what was going on, and Lizzie told him it was all a test to see if he was worthy of new powers, a test which Jordan had passed with flying colors. So then she took Jordan's hand, and in an instant he rose into the air and began to glow. Then he opened his eyes, which glowed a brilliant white color, and then he floated back down toward the grass. Jordan asked what that was all about, and then Lizzie told him to think about a giraffe, which he did, and at that moment, he turned into one. Jordan was amazed, but then he asked how he could get back to normal, which was very simple. All he had to do was think of his normal form, and when he did, he transformed back into his normal self. So then, Elysiana told him to hold out his hand. Jordan obeyed, and once he did, a rainbow streamed from his hand. Lizzie told him that in addition to shape-shifting, he could also perform magic. That's right, he could do all sorts of things. And he could also fly. After a few minutes of practicing with Lizzie, he was finally able to fly fluently. In fact, like I said before, he was soon able to fly faster than any other creature in the whole universe. But anyway, yeah. And on that day, Jordan made a promise to both Lizzie and himself that he would use his powers for good. In fact, he would use them for the greater good. And from that day on, that is what he did. He used them to help people, and one day Robin saw him doing so and recruited him to be a member of the Teen Titans, which is what he eventually became. At least in my imagination, that is. And you know how the Titans sometimes act silly and all that? Well, most of the time, Jordan doesn't do that. In fact, he is the most practical of all the Titans. And he is also the tallest of the Titans. He is even taller than Cyborg. Yep, you heard me. But yep, he is the most practical of all the Titans, but even though he is that way, he is not above having fun with his friends, as long as it's not too scary or too dangerous. And also, if something is too loud for him, he puts on his noise-canceling headphones. Boy, I wish I had some. But, yeah, anyway, he also has a great fashion sense. Therefore, if his friends need fashion advice, he gives it to them. In fact, Jordan is also very smart and very wise and knows a lot of things that his friends do not. Yep. And he is also very caring. He has got a very big heart. He is a very big-hearted fella and friendly to everyone, even bad guys. He is even friendly to those who do not deserve it. He is willing to show compassion and mercy to anyone. But yep. And he likes to hang out with all the Titans. Robin, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Starfire, and especially his cousin Raven. Whenever she gets angry, he asks the other Titans to give her a little space. And he does so himself. Gives her a little space. Unless Raven says it's okay for him to stay around. And also, when he gets angry, he does various things to calm down. Like, he takes deep breaths, or he does something that he likes to do, like reading, listening to music, dancing, and especially singing. Yes, Jordan here, like me, is a very good singer. In fact, just like my MLP OC Bright Love, he sings so well that even animals stop by to listen. Yep, that is true. That is very true. He is also a very good dancer. Sometimes even his friends join in with the singing and dancing. In fact, not sometimes, lots of times. And sometimes, just like me, he often keeps to himself. But he still loves being with his friends. In fact, nothing makes him happier than being with people he cares about. And that, my friends, is what I have to tell you about my MLP OC, about my Teen Titans Go OC, Jordan. What do you think about him? Let me know in the comments below. See you later. Bye.